Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Welcome to episode 115 in the book of Genesis. I'm going to talk a little bit about a paragraph in Genesis chapter 26. And I first thought that this was kind of a throwaway passage, but there's all kinds of good stuff in here. So just listen with me and stay with me with this. This is from Genesis chapter 26, verse 26. When Abimelech, this is a Philistine king, went to him, we're talking about Isaac, the son of Abraham, went to him from Gerar with Azuzah his advisor and Phicol the commander of his army, Isaac said to them, "Why have you come to me, seeing that you hate me and have sent me away from you?" They said, listen to this is the good part, "We see plainly that the Lord has been with you." So, we said, "Let there be a sworn pact between us, between you and us, and let us make a covenant with you, that you will do us no harm, just as we have not touched you and done you nothing but good and have sent you away in peace." And then the other great line, "You are now the blessed of the Lord." So Isaac, made them a feast, and they ate and drank, and in the morning they rose early and exchanged oaths. And Isaac sent them on their way, and they departed from him in peace. That same day Isaac's servant came and told him about the well that they had dug, and said to him, "We have found water." And he called it Sheba. Therefore the name of the city is called Beersheba to this day. When Esau, then we're going to change topics here. So now we're going to talk about Esau, who is Isaac's son, firstborn, but now he's lost his birthright. Verse 34, when Esau was 40 years old, he took Judith, the daughter of Beri the Hittite, to be his wife, and Basemath, the daughter of Elon the Hittite, and made life bitter for Isaac and Rebekah. So let's do the first paragraph first. So this is about Isaac is enjoying the favor of God, contact and proximity to God. But here's the cool thing about the passage, is that others are seeing his relationship, Isaac's relationship, with the Lord. So though one's faith is primarily personal, it is never private. So our relationship with the Lord should spill over into other relationships. So yes, he comes for you. Yes, he dwells in you and goes before you. But we don't live here alone. We have, in the passage today, we hear that the Philistines, a traditional enemy of the Lord, sees plainly that the Lord has been with you and that you are now the blessed of the Lord. So I, Abimelech, this Philistine king, want to associate with you peaceably the people of God. So the Philistines have this awareness that they're not of the chosen people, but recognize that they want a relationship with the chosen. So here's the thing, is we live in a land of knuckleheads, right? Needful people, afraid people, suffering people. And the relationship of the people of God is supposed to be spilling over, to be noticed, to be public, and to be a faithful witness, and kind of carry the favor of God to places that it has not yet been. And could one say of us, "Hey, I see the Lord has been with you. I see his fingerprints. I see signs of his activity. I see signs of his presence." So here's a curious question about Abimelech. Does he have saving faith? In other words, is he going to be in heaven? This would be so cool if this is true. So he wants to align with the people of God. Wants to make a covenant and kind of demonstrates fear of God. Now, the question we would ask is that true faith? But it certainly prefigures the alignment and the association and the salvation of non-Jewish people. How do non-Jewish people get salvation? Well, they jump onto the people of God, Abraham's offspring, by faith. So they sort of get salvation associatively. And maybe that counts for Abimelech. So I think that's really an interesting question. It's not answered, but it'll be so cool if we could have lunch with Abimelech in heaven. All right, then we got to talk about this Esau thing. So now we're going to talk to next generation down, Esau, Isaac's son. He gets married at 40 years old to Judith the Hittite and Basemath the Hittite. And they're a pagan people, so he's not yoking in godliness, true godliness. And then later, 2 chapters from now, Esau, listen to this. This is from Genesis 28. When Esau saw that the Canaanite woman did not please Isaac his father, Esau went to Ishmael and took as a wife, besides the wives he has, this Ishmaelite woman. Literally, 2 chapters from now, he gets married for spite, and I think that's what he's doing here as well. He is specifically getting married to irritate his parents to a Hittite woman who's worshiping other gods, none of which are the one true God, and just throws out spiritual unity in the home. And of interest, it says they made life bitter for. You'd think it would be the husband, but no, it's the daughter-in-law, parent-in-law relationship that gets bittered. So it's using one relationship, a marriage relationship, to irritate another relationship. He uses marriage to insert strife between a parent and a child. So rather than the principle in Genesis 2:42 that a man will leave his father and mother and cleave to his wife, for this reason, Esau did not leave his father and mother and specifically marries to irritate them. So Esau specifically marries to stick a finger in the eyes of his parents, which is just hilarious. All right, let's make some conclusions. Number one, believers, if you have a relationship with God, it is for a purpose: to be the light, to be attractive, to be noticed, and be winsome, to be God's instrument in the world, be blessed, and be different. If you're a non-believer and you see believers, be watchful, be attracted, and then hopefully be associated with and have faith with. And then with regards to associative faith, what kind of faith? Well, it's fun to think about Abimelech, the Philistines' quantity and quality of faith. But we don't have to wonder. I'm wondering about Abimelech here, but we don't have to wonder about what do I need to do to be saved. That's very clear in Scripture. So if you're not of the genetic family of Abraham, of God, God has made a way for all of us, aliens and strangers, to join the family of Abraham, and that is by faith. So it used to be by circumcision of the flesh, signifying that you're of the covenant, but now it's by faith, saying that we are of the faith of Abraham. And finally, let's find a spouse that you love and keep loving your parents. Find a spouse that you can go through tough time with, but don't stick your finger in your eye of your parents just out of spite. Thanks for listening.